Hello students. Today we are going to start a new chapter, Theory of Consumer Behavior. This chapter is very important for your exam purpose. It will gives you 22 marks. Students, we always observe people shopping in the market, but all these consumers they do not buy the same goods in the same quantity. Then what is the aim of these consumers in spending their income on the goods and services? The objective of this chapter is to seek the behavior of the consumer. Seek means to search the behavior of the consumer. You know, consumer means a person who consumes the goods and services. And behavior means it is the response of the person which given to the situation. So, the consumer or a person, they always attempt means they try to get a maximum satisfaction by purchasing the goods and the services. So, there are the two theories which explain the consumer behavior. First one is utility theory and second one is indifference preference theory. Then first we will take the information about the utility theory. Utility, in this, a consumer usually decides his demand for the goods and services on the basis of the utility, means satisfaction that he derived, means he get from the goods and services. Then what is a utility? Jones Walrus and Menger, they developed the utility theory in 19th century, but real credit goes to Alfred Marshall. According to Alfred Marshall, utility means want satisfying power of the commodity. It's called a utility. Means every goods and services have a capacity to or power to satisfy human wants. It is the value in use of the commodity. For example, food. Food which satisfy the hunger. So, food possesses a utility. So, similarly, hundreds of the goods like water, milk, medicine, house, vehicles, and hundreds of the services, for example, teacher's service, doctor service, these all goods and services possesses the utility. But utility should be differentiated, means different from the satisfaction, because utility is measured before the consumption, means before the use of the goods and services, whereas a person get a satisfaction only after the consumption. Means utility refers a expected satisfaction, whereas satisfaction denotes the realized satisfaction. Then what are the features of the utility? There are some features of the utility. First one, utility is subjective. Means different individuals, means persons, can get the different level of utility from the same commodity. For example, chocolate. Someone who likes the chocolate, he will get a higher satisfaction or higher utility from the chocolate than one who not fond of. Fond of means who dislike the chocolate. Second one, utility of a good varies from person to person. Means utility of good is not the same for the all people. It varies means change from person to person. For example, music. Music is not useful to a deaf person. Deaf person means a person who are unable to hear. Means the utility varies from person to person. Third, utility varies from time to time. Means for example, an umbrella. An umbrella has a greater useful in rainy season, but it is not useful in winter season. So, utility change time to time. Then next one, utility varies from place to place. For example, take the example of the use of room heater. The utility from room heater is more in Simla compared to the Chennai, because Chennai is a hot place. So, utility varies place to place. Then next one, utility does not speak anything morality. Means a thing, it may be a good or it may be a bad. But if these thing satisfies the human want, then this thing possesses the utility. Whatever may be, it is good or it is bad. For example, a vulgar picture. A vulgar picture is morally bad, but it satisfies want of a person who prepared to pay for it. So, all these are the features of the utility. So, students, today we are taken the information about the meaning and the features of the utility.